I don't know what it is about me and close finishes in FM this year. 5 games to go, and the top 7 are separated by 3 points. 3 points. We play one of them today in Atalanta. Our fixture list is looking good. We've also got a semi-final. It's a big, big episode. Everything is happening a lot quicker than I thought it would. I mean, just look at it. Look at it. Juve, Bologna, Milan, us, Napoli, Roma, Atalanta. All 7 of us can still win the league. Even Inter technically can win the league, but let's be fair, they're not going to. Bologna have come out of nowhere. I have no idea how they're up that high. They've played 34 games, so they've played a game more than us. But it's just so tight. It's unbelievably close, and I didn't think we would be in a tight race for a while. This has happened so much quicker, and I would love to make the most of it while we can. Atalanta are currently sat in 7th, and they are the team that we will be playing today, along with AZ Alkmaar, like I said, who are playing in the Euro Cup 2 semi-final first leg. The annoying thing about the league is that if you look at the fixtures and you look at the results, we could be top. We've drawn 4 out of the last 5 in the Serie A. You might be wondering why didn't I come back for the Roma and Milan games. It's because there was a 2-week gap in between, and then the Europa League stuff got involved, or Europa League 2 got involved, and I thought, just try and get through that, and then we'll come back to another big game, because we haven't seen Atalanta yet. We also saw Roma and Milan earlier on in the season. I want to show you Atalanta, because we haven't really had a chance yet. And don't forget, they are the reigning champions, so really, they are the ones to beat. Everyone else seems to have a harder fixture list than us, though. Looking towards the end of the season, we've got Udinese away, Verona, Crotone, and Sassuolo. All games you'd like to think we could win. Whether we can or not is another matter entirely, because, like I said, we've been good, but haven't been in the best form. Unbeaten, yes. Winning, no. And winning is what I need right now, rather than just avoiding defeat. I've got one relatively bad bit of news, which is that Eriko is injured. He is going to be out for 3 weeks. The likelihood is we may not even see him again this season. We're not really 100% sure. Fares is going to come in for him, though, but he's been playing absolutely brilliantly so far. You can tell they're playing at a 7.78 in terms of his, in terms of his recent form in the last 5 games. It's the midfield that's letting me down. You can tell here, Torreira, Gravenberch, McKendy, it's not really working yet, but Gravenberch has still got to improve. McKendy's the one that's really let me down all season. With these attributes, he should be world class. He should be, and I don't know what I need to do to get it out of him. I'm playing on a box-to-box, maybe to try and get him a bit further forward than defensive, but he's just not very... He's consistent, just not consistently good. Anyway, going forward then the game. Muller is in goal, obviously. Fares... Anyway, moving forward onto the lineup. Muller is in goal. Fares, Basia, Vuskovic and Ranch make up the back 4. Then you've got Torreira, McKendy and Gravenberch in the middle. Trincao is in support of Trimiti and Juranovic. All 3 of them are the ones that have kind of kept us afloat, especially Francisco Trincao right now. He's been absolutely beautiful this season. He's been so good, and I'm so glad we're going to have him next year. A draw here is okay, but if we do this, it really puts a spanner in the works for everybody else, for everyone else. And I just need to get back on that winning trail, convert some of those draws into wins, and suddenly it looks a lot brighter. I would love, absolutely love, for us to win this league second time around. It'd be the second time I've done it at a club as well. I remember second season with Sporting I won it, but I think it's safe to say I had a much bigger job on to win the Serie A with Fiorentina. So if we do that this season, it's incredible. Brilliant here from Trincao. Plays in Juranovic. He's got there. Mislav Janko Juranovic. He's such a big game player. He always turns up in the big games. Genius from Juranovic. Genius from Trincao. Gravenberch as well here. Does really well. Nice ball to Trincao. It's that touch. He gets around his man. Can he slot him in? You bet he can. Goalie's a little hesitant. And it's a decent finish at the near post. Get in. That is exactly what I needed. 2 minutes in. We just got to start trying to get the second goals. A lot of my goals... here we go. Oh, well done, Muller. Great save. The problem I've had is that we only really score 1. We create a lot of chances. We score 1 goal, tend to go ahead, and then we can't quite hold on for the rest of the game. I need to get to that stage where we can get lots of goals and then sort of rest up. I've been doing a lot of rotation with the fact that I know that we've got a pretty congested fixture list coming up. So I've got 2 lineups at the moment. I've got the Europa League 2 squad, which you'll see obviously in the next game, and I've got the actual league squad, which is what we're doing right now. Napoli are beating Parma, which isn't good news for me because I think that puts them back top. I've never had it in a situation where I could either win the league or I might not even make Europe. Do you know what I mean? That is unfortunately the situation I'm in. As Juranovic goes in on goal. It's a great save. It's a great save. Roma are losing. That is good news. That is good news. Any drop points for any of the other teams is brilliant news, obviously. Basia on the ball. Nice ball to Fares. Fares hits it long over the top. Chamiti, go on, mate. He's top goal scorer in the league. That is why. 34th goal of the season for Chamiti. Another assist for Fares. If I can get him in next year, I certainly will. Brilliant here from Fares. I mean, that is a sensational ball. Chamiti playing off the back of his man. He gets inside and bang. Hits it right past the goalkeeper. He had a choice of corners. He picked the near post. Gave the goalie the eyes. He took a knee as if he was going to be knighted. Boom! I think you can tell we're going to have a lot of episodes towards the end of this season if this carries on, because anything could happen. Like, literally anything can happen. I'm going to say I'm very pleased with the way things are going. We've been really, really impressive. Very, very happy with the way that's gone. I am a bit annoyed about the fact we're doing so well in the Europa League too, because it's a bit like, why am I doing so well in the cups that I don't need to win? I won the bloody League Cup at Sporting, which wasn't something that Mourinho won, so I didn't need to win that. Didn't do well in the Italian Cup. He never got a chance to be in the Europa League too. Can we count that as the Europa League? Can we count it as the Europa League, just for the lols? A 2-0 lead is still not a comfortable lead, and this is why, what I say by Muller. I mean, the guy's an idiot, because Muller had already bent down, just go on, just hit it right here, and the bloke did. He hit it straight at him. But warning signs are there. Warning signs are there. Kamara over the top to Garcia. Maximovic, that's poor. That's really, really poor from Atalanta. We've done well here. We've managed to kind of control that front three of Vermes, Draxler and Garcia. Garcia less so. He's had a pretty decent day. McKendy as well. Again, he's playing at 6.5. But am I missing something with McKendy? Because his attributes look amazing. There's got to be something I'm doing wrong with him. I'm not sure what it is. He looks brilliant, but he's just not very good. Whereas ratings wouldn't say that. Fares hits it. He kind of deserves a goal, really, to be fair to him. I am going to take off the two midfielders. So McKendy's going to come off. Dendonka's going to come on. I'm also going to bring on Demi and Aim for Ryan Gravenberch. This isn't good. I've come back and Draxler. I mean, go on, McKendy. Do something good. Okay, he's left it to Trincao. I mean, that's good. He's left it to the player that's better than him. I like that. Trincao hits it. Miles over the bar. Not even close, mate. But it looks like we're going to get a very comfortable 2-0 win in the league against a team that is in the hunt with us. And for that, I can only be happy. Boom. 2-0. Well done, lads. That was a very good win. I needed that. That was excellent. Well done. And where does that leave us? This is so stressful. So that puts us up into second. But Juve have a game in hand, so they win that. We probably go down to fourth. Roma ended up winning, which is bloody irritating. No one dropped points. Frank Kessie got a 94th minute winner against Empoli. You just know sometimes when it's not your day. Oh, this is nice. I've been offered a new contract by Fiorentina, a budget of £8 million. I'm going to say yes, because I've really enjoyed my time here at Fiorentina. It's going really, really well. It feels like a nice fit. This has got to be upping my reputation, surely. Right, well, Juve are hosting Verona and Inter are hosting Crotone. I mean, we don't need to worry too much about Inter, but Juve are the ones we need to keep an eye on. Or Zebra, if you like. And they win 2-0. Alvaro Morata. Still. The top six now separated by 3 points. Atalanta now back down to 6 points away from the top because of our win over them. And now we can kind of turn our eyes to AZ Alkmaar then. I mean, let's not pretend that the Europa League 2, in the light of things, is not the most important competition. It isn't. But it would be a nice another trophy to win. It would actually, for me, it would help the guys learn how to win a trophy, which I think is an invaluable experience. So let's try and do our best, beat AZ while using the backup brigade. The other thing is that we've got two quite evenly matched teams in Bilbao and Hertha Berlin in the other semi-final. Spurs went out because, I mean, they can't even win the Europa League 2. That's how bad they are. With the squad they've got, I mean, it's poor. But this is the team then that is going to be taking on AZ, and this is my backup team, which is still pretty good. Muller retains his place in goal, which I think is only fair. Yeseda's at right back. Then you've got Baraghi, Cabrera, and Pierozzi. So you can tell at the back we're not brilliant. But then we've got Innocenti in the middle, who's actually played quite well. Esteban's been excellent his last few games out. He's scored a couple of goals. Mangala's in there as the box-to-box. He's excellent. Demian Aim is playing in that attacking midfielder role. Then you've got Dembele and Kouame up front. So I mean, like, to be fair, most of it hinges on the front too. Whenever we get up to Kouame and Dembele, our front line is arguably the best in this competition. So really, the plan is just get the ball to them, and then we do what we can. We beat CSK Moscow 8-0 on aggregate in the last round. That sort of shows, I'd like to think, how far ahead we are of the competition. But you never know. AZ have got some decent players. I mean, have they still got some of their really good ones? They got Allaire, they got Chong, they got Ponso is quite a decent player, actually, to be fair. He's quite good. And obviously Seb Allaire can always be a little bit dangerous depending on if he feels like moving. I would still expect us to win this game. And finally we have a highlight. It's taken a little while. Normally we get a nice early goal, but actually, to be fair to AZ, they've made it difficult in this game. But Mangala plays a great ball out wide to Pierozzi on that left-hand side. He whips it in. Moussa Dembele gets his 4th goal of the season. All of them, I believe, have come in this competition, and that is a great finish from him. This is why I bought him on loan. I wanted to play 2 separate sets of striking partnerships, so Kouame can stay here, and obviously Dembele as well can stay, and then they managed to basically get me through the Europa League 2. That was always going to be the plan. Interestingly, on Kouame, because I think if you want him as a 3rd choice striker, that's pretty good. He should be first choice for like most teams. Probably in our league, he would probably be first choice for quite a lot of teams. I got offered 58 million for him as he goes in on goal. I mean, that's not why people want to pay 58 million pounds for him. But I did get offered 58 million pounds for him, so he is potentially an option I'm thinking of maybe selling in the summer. I'm not really sure because I think he's such good cover. If something happened to Chimiti or to Juranovic, he's such good cover that maybe, just maybe, it's worth keeping him. But £58 million is a lot of money. Like, a lot of money. I just realised I commentated over that, but Allaire had a really good chance there to make it, like, 1-1 and get the away goal. But he absolutely spooned it. And they've arguably been the better... Oh, my God. They've arguably been the better team here. We've not really got started at all. Sousa back to mid, so they've scored. Tahita Chong. Ah, I see. That's his 17th goal of the season. Bloody hell. That's a decent finish. And, yeah, can't argue with it. They've been good, and it's no surprise it's come down that left-hand side where Pierozzi is not exactly great. I used to be playing Fares in this competition and Errico in the league. But because Errico's injured, I've had to resort to Pierozzi, and I think that might be doing us a little bit of a problem. Having said that, though, he's playing at 7.1, so maybe it's not all down to him. Well, I can't say I'm happy. I mean, it's 1-1. It's not awful, but it ain't great either, is it? Let's be honest here. We should really be looking to win this game. So I've had a little change of shape. I brought Esteban into that number 10 role and let Aim go a little bit deeper into the midfield to try and get him more on the ball. He's not had a brilliant game, but I think that's because he's not really had much of a chance to influence it particularly. I don't like the fact that they are passing the ball around nicely here. This has got a bad feel about it as Esteban makes the tackle, but not enough. And Ames, I mean, he's really not having a good game here. Oh, I say that, and he puts in a great tackle and then just smacks the ball along to Dembele. But it's worked. Esteban, ball over the top. Oh, Kouame, that miss you made earlier, mate. Kouame, Esteban hits it, not quite. Innocenti, good ball out. Here we go. Putting a bit of pressure on them now. Yeseda to Aim, back to Aim to Yeseda. This is some lovely football, but they've kind of shut us off a little bit. Biragi, Dembele wins the flick on Christian Kouame. I mean, it's ingenious. I'd move Aim deeper into the midfield. He keeps it ticking over, and before you know it, we're 2-1 up. I am a tactical genius. Just saying, everyone. Dembele on the ball, down the left-hand side, into Kouame, tease it to Esteban. That is what I wanted. Martin Esteban makes it 3-1, and you would like to think that by doing that, we've probably secured ourselves a place maybe in the final, because I can't see us not scoring away in Holland. Great ball by Dembele. Kouame's got eyes in the back of his head. It's a brilliant roll in to Esteban, and he's in very good scintillating form in front of goal. I love the word scintillating at the moment. Biragi, this has got a bad feel about it. No, okay, well, we've passed out nicely. I mean, it still has a bad feel about it because they're recycling the ball brilliantly. There it is. There's Muller. Oh my God. He's missed a sitter as Guga. What a miss. I mean, Muller, great as he is, what's he doing there? He's literally just ran completely out. We're very lucky. They actually played better. We've XG'd them to death there. We had an XG of 1.7 there, one of 2.33. Not our best performance. But we win, and that's what matters. It's the quality that we possess in comparison to the other teams. Well done, Moussa Dembele. You were great. I suppose the question is then, so where do we come back? I mean, every game now, between now and the end of the season, every game is important. I think it's going to have to be then. We'll come back for the Udinese away game and against Alkmaar again, because let's be fair, the Alkmaar game isn't out of the realms of possibility yet. It's not done and dusted. And the Udinese game, every game is important. So we'll come back. We won't play any games off the camera. I shall see you again next time for that game against Udinese. Unbelievably close. Shall we actually let's skip through the games quickly, actually, and let's just see where we stand. Okay, in some ways, it's good, and in some ways, it's really not good. Inter, we don't care about. They're out of it. We know that, really, now. I mean, when I say that, they're actually only 4 points behind us, but they have played a game in hand. Juve won 5-0. They are my tip to win the league. They were at the start of the season, and it looks like they're probably going to fulfill that, because even if we win, we're 1 point behind them, despite beating them, despite not losing to them this season. The big result here is that Atalanta and Napoli drew, which for me is excellent, because Inter have now overtaken Atalanta, which means Atalanta are kind of out of the running. I'd like to think now we're kind of guaranteed top 6. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. It's a weird sensation, because I'm sort of sat there thinking we were never ever expected to win the league. But because we're here, I feel like we should, especially because I drew all those games. So the games I'm watching out for then here are Roma and Benevento, Milan and Sampdoria, Verona and Bologna. And this is obviously where we're going to come back, is at the end of these games, ready for our game against Udinese. I just want to know where we stand before we go into the next episode. It's a real mixed bag. So Roma beating Benevento 4-0 is obviously not good. Neither is Bologna beating Verona 3-1. But Milan lost to Sampdoria, which means that they've obviously dropped points. They're level on points with us, but we've got a game in hand. So if we beat them, teams around us are beginning to drop points. And there it is, just before the next episode then, Udinese against Fiorentina at 9 PM. It's going to be an insanely tight into the season. We have 4 fixtures left to go in the league. We've got a semi-final second leg to try and get through in the Europa League too. I mean, it's been a balmy season already. I can't believe it, how close this is going to be. It's going to be so tight. I'm scared, and I'm going to record pretty much the rest of the season straight after this, so don't forgive me if I don't look like I've changed my shirt in the last few episodes. Have you ever seen anything like it? It's so tense. All I can say, viewers, is thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying the title race. I know that I am, and I'm not at the same time, but if you are enjoying it, then please, of course, do drop a like on the episode, share, subscribe, do all that lovely stuff. There's been a lot of lovely likes and comments coming recently, so just thank you very much. Please keep it going. I shall see you all tomorrow for the next episode. Until then, take care of yourselves, everyone, and stay cool. Oh my god.